Hello, my name is Isabella Maggard, and I'm an intern at the Wise County Extension Office this summer. Today I'm at the Powell River Project, which is a public-private research and outreach partnership between Virginia Tech and other educational institutions. It was founded in 1980 and is the longest-running program of its kind in the United States. So this is a basic overview of the Powell River Project. It shows all of the many research plots that have been done or are being done currently. Today in this video, I'm going to go over the Overburden placement plot, the Shoenholtz Pines, the sugar maples, and then a biomass study that involves hybrid poplars. The Powell River Project also provides ideal habitats for a lot of different wildlife, which I will also go into further detail about later in this video. This is the Overburden placement plot on the Powell River Project. It was mined in 1979 and then reclaimed in 1980. And then in 1981, the plots were constructed of a mixture of weathered sandstone and unweathered siltstone. By 1983, pitch and loblolly pines were planted. And then in 2001, the pines were removed and then replaced with red oak. So what you see now is basically just stump sprout growth, as the original oaks were removed and weighed a few years ago. This is considered the crown jewel of all Powell River Project research, and there are probably no other mined reclamation research plots in the world with this much longevity. So the next plot is called the Shoenholtz Pines. White pines were planted in 1980 and the site was made up of a mixture of sandstone and siltstone. The depth of loosely graded material was approximately 4.5 feet deep, and the growth rate of the white pines was greater than what would be seen on a native or old field. This plot, along with others like the Overburden placement plot, paved the way for successful native hardwood establishment on reclaimed sites. And this happened through the 5-part forestry reclamation approach, which is 1. Create a suitable rooting medium for good tree growth that is no less than 4 feet deep and comprised of topsoil, weathered sandstone, and or the best available material. 2. Loosely grade the topsoil or topsoil substitutes established in step 1 to create a non-compacted growth medium. 3. Use ground covers that are compatible with growing trees. 4. Plant 2 types of trees. So 1 is early succession species for wildlife and soil stability. And then the second one is commercially valuable crop trees. And then the 5th thing that you should always do is use proper tree planting techniques. And through these 5 steps, native hardwood establishments on reclaimed sites happen, and this is an example of that. So, planting woody biomass for energy production on reclaimed mine land is an ongoing study at the Powell River Project. Currently examined at this plot are three plantings of tree species, which is black locust, hybrid poplar, and American sycamore. They are planted at 2 densities, with and without fertilizer. Under nearly all species and density combinations, fertilized stands have significantly higher diameter and height growth. Findings also further indicate that biomass growth continues to increase at an increasing rate after 6 years of growth on all sites and for all species. The sugar maples plot at the Powell River Project. It was mined and reclaimed in 1988, and then the sugar maples were planted in 1991. The plot was consisted of sandstone to siltstone in a 2-to-1 ratio, and then they were planted after reclaiming to a mixture of tall fescue, red top, and red clover. In 2003, there was a greater than 90% survival of these sugar maples. And then there were some treatments used. Herbicide was used to control grass and clover mixture when the trees were planted, and then herbicide plus fertilizer and lime were applied. However, there was no evidence that the liming had any benefits, as sugar maples can thrive on soils with a pH equal to or greater than 5.4. So this is a picture of the elk population at the Powell River Project. These elk were introduced in Kentucky, and the state brought in a large number of animals from herds throughout several states. This approach allowed the elk population to be high in number and also in genetic diversity. With this being said, the elk population at the Powell River Project are doing well and increasing at a steady rate. This shows that reclaimed mineland can be ideal habitats for species like elk as well as many others.